Would either of you say that you're misogynist?
No, misogynist is the hatred of women.
Not fully hatred. It's just dislike or prejudice.
I don't hate women.
Yeah, no.
I don't think you guys hate them, but I was just asking if you feel like you.
I mean, y'all got. I mean, there's shit that I don't like that y'all do, but I don't hate y'all.
Sure.
Do you think that women are? Would you say that you are misandrous?
No, not at all.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because women bash men way more than men bash women. If he ain't this, if he don't got this,
How do
if he
you
don't look like
figure
that.
this show should be called "We Hate the Host"?
First of all, we have so many daytime talk shows, women talk shows, that all they do is slander men's names and add fuel to the fire of the feminist movement, which is tearing our nation apart. Yes, I said it.
Like,
We do hate hoes.
Yeah.
Oh no, we hate hoes.
Let me ask you a question, right? So look at this. Let's speak logically about this. You said something, and you said that, well, you know, you pretty much this podcast should be, you know, bashing women, stuff like that, right? So let's speak logically about this. Who has higher standards?
Women.
I'm speaking to Jada. Who has higher standards?
Thank you, Grace.
I don't even know.
So that was a f***ing lie.
Don't know. Everybody is different.
Grace.
Women.
I don't know.
Grace, what's the answer, Grace?
I mean, not Grace. I mean, Jada. Who has higher standards? Who has more standards than opposite sex? Women, right? So would you say that since, because the conversation is who's misandrous or who's misogynistic, right? So that would be, and he made a point. Your point was, what was it again? Ease? It was, well, women want more out of men than we want out of women, right? So that means that you're looking more from us than
What
we
is
are
it that
looking
women
from you.
want? Tell us what they want.
So let me finish, right? So you just agreed that women have more standards.
I mean, you made me agree.
Yo, this is another thing that you got to watch out for. Is when you say something and then women ask counter questions because they're not really seeking the answer. They just want to distract your mind from what your original point is. Because that's how they do mental gymnastics on us. Because they are intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to manipulate a conversation to their advantage. The Western women, you know what I'm saying? The good women, they won't really give you that pushback. And it's not because men are weak. It's just because we don't like that uncooperativeness from our women. You get what I'm saying? Like, if we're supposed to take a bullet for you, provide and protect, we do want some cooperation. You get me? So we don't need to be getting in conversations where you're doing mental gymnastics and doing the mental Jedi trick on us. Because, you know, I do admit women are very skillful at that. And men, we're not really designed to handle that. Nowadays, because of the manosphere and the red pill communities, we are understanding why that is being done, and we're kind of putting an antidote to it. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, who gave us the acronyms of sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. We understand that now, so we don't let that get to us, right? But they would try to move the goalposts and shift all types of attention because men are like one track a lot of times. So we can't really be on the spot getting diverted from our original idea. Then we'll just get like, you know, overall frustrated.
Walked me to it. You held my hand and you said, say this or we ain't gonna move on.
Whoa, that's
how everything goes here. It's like you want to walk everybody to the point that you believe.
Yes or no answers. Do you agree or not agree?
I mean, I didn't really fully agree, but you know, fine.
Nobody's
Women have the
making you
more
disagree.
Well, then elaborate.
Don't
Then
act
it's
like you
fine.
put a gun to your head and say, "Hey, agree with this." Nobody made you agree or disagree with anything.
Who do you think got more standards, men or women?
I really don't. I don't think there's more. It depends on the person because I don't know what you're saying that men are saying they.
Right now, she's being very disingenuous because she knows the answer, but she doesn't want to give the right answer because she knows that she's going to set herself up.
Just want this and just want that. It's not that simple because you always want another woman. What are you looking for in that woman? So you want 6 women that got the same stuff going on. So what really else are you looking for? You're never satisfied. So clearly there's more that you're looking for that you're just not being honest about.
You said it.
Okay. So who has more standards?
You know what? Get me out of here.
I was just asking you a question. Who has more standards?
Pass me a wing and I'll tell you.
Girl, I got you.
I really, based off what I said, I think that I really don't have an answer. And that's just me being honest. I don't have an answer.
Got you. So now I have another question. If it's okay that you don't have an answer, totally fine. So, who looks for more things from the opposite sex? I just got to reword the question. Who looks for more things from the opposite sex than the other? Does the man look for more things? Let's just start with the courting process. When a man approaches a woman and a woman and a woman gets approached, does the man look at all of these? Does the man look at, oh, does she have a job? Does she drive a nice car? Is she a height preference? Is she this?
That might be our list.
Okay, so that's...
But your list is just different. So it's not who has more or less. It's really just different things that you're looking at.
The question is who has more, who has less. That's the question.
All right, fine. Since I have to say women do, then fine.
No, you don't have to say
that. But I don't agree. I don't think that...
Well, I want you to elaborate. I want you to explain how men...
At this point, I'm just saying that she's a contrarian. And she just wants to argue. That's it.
Has more standards.
Because listen, you guys always say that a woman needs to bring so many things to the table. She has to know how to freaking read your mind, basically. So that's impossible. You guys...
I've never heard a man say that.
I say that either.
Well, I have.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I just don't think that women have more standards. I just think that we look for different things. If it is just a man that is able to provide and be like emotionally like available, and some have a height preference, some don't. Like, it just all depends on that person. So again, I don't fully agree with what you're saying, but that's okay.
She's being very disingenuous right now. She knows the answers. That she doesn't want to give the right answers because she knows that she's wrong. She's just wrong. I'm gonna just say it. She's just wrong.
I'm just saying, I just don't think that women officially have higher.
Women are very vocal about what they want out of a man. They're very loud about it, and it's always a long list. Everybody knows that. Let's stop playing dumb.
I don't
think that's dumb.
I'm talking about. I'm just in general, but what I see on the internet, because social media is a big thing.
The internet.
Social media is a big thing, so you could. It's so easy to see on a post what women want because they vocalize it all the time.
Yeah,
height, money, race, you know what I mean, clothes, how he talk, looks, whereas guys want food, sex, and loyalty.
That's not it.
That's it.
I feel like it's loyalty. We want someone who's clean, that we can trust, and that
you fucking with dirty guys?
Okay, I'll just get to it, ladies, because y'all living in La La Land right now.
No,
so over here it is La La Land. I'll let you go too, Gianna. You know clear and well that women have more standards than men. The man that you chose, your boyfriend, you had exes, but you're with your boyfriend now, and I'm sure your boyfriend is doing much better than your exes. You know why he's doing much better? Because he's more adequate, he has his stuff together, he's more emotionally intelligent, he can regulate his emotions better. You chose a man that's just doing better in all regards from other men that wasn't doing better, right? Men were simple creatures. We don't compare and contrast how women compare and contrast. What woman can give me sex and listen? That's all. We don't look for much, but you look for competence, you look for social skills, you look for the ability to make money. You don't want to say money because you don't want to seem like a gold digger, but you'll say, I want him to have ambition, right? To be assertive. Well, that, if you peel back the layer, that's for him to have the ability to, somewhere in the future, to make money. So women have a lot more standards. So we're speaking about misogynistic and misandry. You said this podcast is like a misogynistic podcast. He brung up saying, well, how is it misogynistic if the women, like, that's the hatred of things, and then you try to flip it. Well, it's not really hatred, but it's like, the things that you want from the opposite sex. So he brung that up, and he's saying that, well, women want more things from a man, but we want less. And we're saying the things that we want that's less than a woman, but you're just not happy with it. So we're not misogynistic. We're being truthful. We want sex, submissiveness, and shut the freak up. That's what we want. But you get mad at our preferences.
I'm not mad.
We don't get mad at your preferences.
She's just trying to say
why you need multiple women then, because you do have a woman that does that.
No one said that, though.
You just said you could. It was more than having one woman that does it all. You said 5, right?
No,
or whatever the question was.
That.
I don't give a damn. You answered it. Okay,
no,
so
I didn't
you
answer
yelling
it.
and intimidate
the
me.
Chat
All right,
asked
I said what I
question and answered it.
Okay, fine. But like I said, all those yelling and hollering and stuff is not going to intimidate me. Okay,
no one's trying to intimidate
What I'm trying to tell you is
She talking about everybody doing all this yelling and hollering ain't gonna intimidate her, but she's the only one yelling and hollering. Like, make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. Really, we're all sitting here watching it right now. Let's make it make sense, please.
Why do y'all always need more, even when you have the perfect women? And then what do? You boo-hoo and cry and go back to get on your hands and knees asking this woman not to leave you when you get caught up. But that's the same topic, because I'm asking, why do you need multiple women if you're so simple?
Why do you need the best man if you're so simple? Why are you hypergamous?
Answer my question.
No, think about that.
No, answer my question.
Think about that.
Answer my question.
I'll answer your question very concisely.
Answer my question.
It's
Why
in
do
a
you need
man's
multiple
biology.
women?
No one said a man. We're speaking about how things is, not how things should be.
So not one woman had the three things for you to get down on a knee and propose to her.
So how things is and how things should be.
So
how
my
things
point.
is,
I'm correct. I win this one.
Point.
Ding ding. Where's the bell? Press the button.
Remember what I said? Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. She just wants to be right, obviously. So she made herself right. She appointed herself to be right when she's loud and wrong right now. And this is the problem in the Western civilization. And anybody growing up in a first world country, the entitlement. She can't just take the L and say, you know what, you're right. Let me open up my mind and listen to you a little bit more. It'll be a better conversation.
Give me a button.
Okay, got you. Look, one mic at a time. How things is what we're speaking about. How things should be, we were never speaking about that. How things is, men want quantity. That's just generally speaking, right? Women want quality, right? So even if we're looking from that standpoint, we can say, well, you just said, well, how is it standards if you're never satisfied when you get when you get a woman? Because you just want more women. Well, we can say, why aren't you satisfied with this man of quality? Because then now you're seeing another man of quality and you want that man. So that's a all in void point, because women are hypergamous and men from a biological standpoint is polygamy, really. Like, they want multiple women. And we're speaking about how things should be. Well, how things should be, women shouldn't just be only chasing. Now we got to speak about morally. Should you be indulging your hypergamous nature and want the best of the best, the 6'5" guy with the 10 inches that making $1 million? Like, do you even deserve that guy? Okay, most girls don't even deserve that guy or qualify for that guy. Now we can speak about the man. Well, bro, you worked your way up and now you have the ability to have multiple girls. Okay, should you indulge in that behavior? Nah, you should have some sexual temperance and some discipline. That's a conversation of how things should be. We've never spoke about how things should be. So we was always speaking about how things is. And this podcast isn't a misogynistic podcast just because we're speaking about how things is. We can speak about how things should be, and maybe you'll get a different type of feel of the podcast, because I can assure you the last episode that these three ladies was on, generally we were speaking about how things should be. This podcast is a little bit different today because the chat is different. They asking different questions. Mm-hmm. So we're speaking about how things is. And the thing is that what I'm trying to tell you is this. How things is, you don't like it. You don't like the man's nature, right? That's because you think it's misogynistic. But we're not saying that your nature is misandrous because you're hypergamous. You're hypergamy. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're speaking about how things are, and you tend to think that this is misogynistic. But even from the woman's perspective, while we're speaking about how things is, we don't think it's misandrous. Like, we're not calling these women that want a guy that's not 5'8", or a guy that's real tall that's making a lot of money. Like, dang, y'all all misandrous. Y'all don't like men. Because y'all want quality.
That's facts. Nobody bats an eye or say anything to the women that want those type of standards to be met. You know, and we don't ask for much at all. We don't ask for much.
You feel what I'm saying?
Can I just say something really quickly?
Because that was all y'all answers, but did you view it that way? I didn't view it misandrous.
We actually said really nice things about men. We were telling them what they deserve and everything. But I'm not trying to irritate you. I just want to say one more thing.
No, it's not irritating. I'm just giving you the facts that this isn't a misogynistic podcast. But go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to also say, based off of, if we're going to keep talking about what we're seeing and using because you're saying what we're seeing, and we're using social media as, you know, the end be all, you know, and honestly, when we look at social media, who is it? It's people that we choose to be popular. Yeah. It's people that we choose to listen to, people that we give a voice to, which are a small percentage. So that's all I'm trying to say. It's like, you can't base most of the data that you're coming back with based off of things that we're choosing to make popular on social media, because people prefer negativity and prefer.
What she doesn't get is that there is a majority and there's a minority. The majority of what's going on right now is what they're speaking on. As far as, height preference, women with preferences and what they want as far as their hypergamous nature, and what men want as far as their polygamous nature. You get me? But she's caught up on the generality part. And being that she doesn't believe in the generalities and she's only focusing on the exceptions that make the rule, she can't get a whole wide world view of what's really going on. So she's living in La La Land.
Certain things on social media, coming from a person who's been doing it for a very long time. What's popular? Videos.
What data do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm saying the data that you're creating based off of saying women are saying that they like these type of men. They like them tall. They like them rich. They like them this and that. No, you're missing a bigger pool.
That's a fact.
They do though. Like
You're
that is a
missing-
No,
fact.
but
All
that's
women-
not all women are like that, because like I have
We're not
so
talking
much,
about all. Most women. Let's just do a show of hands because I did it before and the clip went viral. If you had to choose, show of hands real quick. If you had to choose your dream guy, would you want him taller than you? Show of hands. Okay. Would you prefer that he makes more money than you? Show of hands. All right. Would you prefer that he's more competent than you are? All right. And would you prefer him to be stronger than you? All right. Guess what? You want a man that's doing better than you. You are hypergamous. So I'm speaking facts. Facts. All of you want a man that's doing better than you. You don't want an equal, you want a superior. So with that being said, you look for quality. That's in your nature, because we're speaking about how things are, how things is. What do men generally want? Y'all want to ask us some questions that we can answer? Go ahead, try it out. I'll let you know.
I asked you.
We all said
you
that
you want
if we
these three
had
things.
to choose, if a man had to choose.
You can't even let me get a question out.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it, but go ahead.
I said, why is it that when you have that perfect person, why don't you
No
choose?
woman is perfect.
Okay, so that's the answer to it.
No woman is
No
perfect.
woman
no
is
man is
perfect.
perfect either.
No man is perfect.
But we can't say those things, because then it's a whole spiel.
But men don't claim
But
to
we
be
don't-
perfect. It's just the women that's.
So now
Yeah.
now women
No,
want a
no,
perfect
Listen,
man.
Go ahead,
listen.
Go ahead.
Like, am I bugging, ladies?
Listen. Women do the majority of the breaking up, and whenever you ask a woman
Facts.
why she broke up with the man, who does she always blame? Him. She always blames him. Or when a girl when the public finds out that a woman cheated on her man, they always support that and be like, well, why did she cheat? Women claim that they're perfect. We just asked all you ladies, what did you do wrong in your previous relationship? And none of you guys said anything that you did anything wrong. Besides you said you did say that you
Keep communicating terribly.
right. But
Yeah, but
the
those are all
majority.
vague.
And I said I did
Even
something
that
wrong.
answer is all vague
But the
answers.
No,
majority
I said that I had somebody else paying my bills. I was honest
but
about
the majority
that.
of
He
women-
broke up
You
with
said that.
me.
Yeah, true.
But the majority of women cannot answer that. Every time a relationship ends, the majority of time women break up with the guy, and it's always because the man did this, or the man cheated. Why did he cheat? Well, if you didn't give him sex, of course a man's gonna cheat. If you don't make him feel happy and wanted, I hate the saying happy wife, happy life. So that pretty much means fuck a man's happiness. You know what I mean? And we got what you really need to.
Nah, he's telling the truth, because we all have experienced that happy wife, happy life thing, and that mantra going on for so many decades. And look at where it's gotten us, where it's a lot more divorces because the man's not happy. Therefore, he can't make nobody else happy around him. Period. Because if it's all about her, then the man's not going to be happy at all. At all. And I'm glad they brought that up, because it's happy spouse, happy house. So that means both of y'all got to be happy. And a lot of times, happiness is not an everyday thing. You're not going to be happy 24/7, 365, 366 on leap years. You get what I'm saying? It's about duty and commitment. These days, we've lost track of that.
understand is if a man is not happy in a relationship, he's gonna cheat on you. Straight up, he's not gonna treat you how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? If he has to, you know what I mean, put you in place, why does a man have to do that? Like, if a man should not have to come home or have to fight a battle when he's already fighting a battle
with the world.
Out there in the world. Women do not take accountability most of the time. Yes, there are some that do, and I get that, and I know that. I don't want the all police to come at me, but in general, women always blame the guy for the reason the relationship didn't work out when they don't realize that it was their behavior, their attitude. They weren't the same girl that they were in the beginning of the relationship. They stopped doing, or they stopped being that same woman, you know what I mean, or they looked a certain way and they completely let themselves go. We didn't fall in love with how you look now. We fell in love with how you look when we first fucking met you. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's women that swear they're perfect. Men don't. We don't swear we're perfect. Men ain't been shit for years. We've been know that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the women that portray themselves as the perfect queen and how they deserve X, Y, and Z. But what did you do to deserve X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? Like you dress like a whore. You don't cook. You know what I'm saying? Like you're nagging. You know what I mean? You nag me all the damn time. Like you don't support shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not smart. Like what the fuck? Why should you deserve
Damn.
that kind of guy? Like I don't get it. Like women are the only ones that act like they're perfect and that they don't make no mistakes. Find me some women that can actually honestly be like, you know what? The reason why he cheated on me, or the reason why he mistreated me because I was acting like this. I hit him. I would nag him. I would curse at him. I just didn't. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I chose not to cook and clean while he pays all the fucking bills. You know, like. Come on, man. Like, it's the women that think they're perfect. Us men, we don't think we perfect.
Yeah. Anybody got any takes on that?
Damn, you
My
say it
bad.
with your chest.
Yo.
Say it with your chest.
He said it with his whole chest. They just don't like it. They don't like hearing that. You get what I'm saying? And I think, he did crash out a little bit, but he had a lot of valid points. Because this is what we see in our society nowadays.
I don't think it's right to cheat, but I do think most of the time, I'm not blaming it on a woman, but like there has to be like something that's not going right for him to cheat. I mean, yeah, you said like guys are horny and they
really
just
don't
want to have sex, but like, then why not just have more sex with the woman you're with, unless she doesn't want to have more sex? Like, there's...
I'll explain it to you. The same, because it's not symmetrical, like the attraction triggers in our biology, like what you look for and what you expect in a man, he doesn't look for and expect back in you. And the things that you desire, he doesn't desire those same things in you. So for you, from a female's lens, it's like, well, you got a good man, and every other guy is pretty much invisible if you like love that guy. But this is why I was speaking with her about our biology is just different. I'm speaking from an is point, not how it should be standpoint, right? So don't get triggered. How it is, men are capable of being in a relationship with you and smashing 10 other chicks, but keeping the same love for you. The love wouldn't be different. The love wouldn't change, right? To explain it differently, if you have kids, when you have one kid, you're like, oh, Dan, I love this kid. Then you kind of wonder, am I going to love my second kid how I love the first kid? You do. You love the second kid just how you love the first kid. That's how men with women are. They can actually love multiple women too. So men are innately, it's just embedded in us. We could love multiple women the same, equally, with no changes. And we can also love a woman, but also have sex with another woman, but not care at all. The reason being is because we don't have to like you to have sex with you.
So you're saying men cheat for no reason?
Men usually cheat just because they're horny.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but it isn't because you're doing anything wrong, I'm saying. Because you're saying that the woman is obviously doing something wrong, so that's why the man cheated. In most cases, the man is just cheating because he has the opportunity to cheat. He's only as faithful as his opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He has the opportunity, so then he takes that opportunity. That's how it is. How it should be, we can speak about how it should be, because we got the Christians, we got Islams, believe in multiple wives, one believe in just one wife. That's a different topic, but that's just how it is.